Do you know why Socrates was executed? Why, after years of political and military service, his homeland subjected him to the ultimate punishment? There's two reasons, as I see it. One is much more obvious, and the other is much more subtle and much more relevant to you. You're not going to meet the fate of Socrates, but it's still very relevant. But the way Athens decided to deal with Socrates is still the way people decide to deal with someone today who is dangerous. And by dangerous, I mean courageous and honest. But the first reason Socrates was executed, the more historical reason. So he was put to death on the charges of impiety and corrupting the youth. Even at the time, everyone knew these were kind of nonsense. He thoroughly refuted both of these charges in Plato's Apology. And then the reason he was actually executed outside of these charges is generally considered to be his association with several important figures who had betrayed Athenian democracy, most notably Alcibiades and Critias. There's a whole mess around there at the end of the Peloponnesian War, and Socrates had been associated with both of them. That's the first reason. The second reason why Socrates got executed is that basically, if you don't conform to what society expects, everyone hates you. People who resent that they didn't have the strength to not conform will hate you. Socrates at the time was a very, very polarizing figure. He was very charismatic. He was very effective in society. He was famous enough to be the subject of an ancient comedy by Aristophanes called The Clouds. There was really no one doing it like Socrates. Many consider him to be the actual father of philosophy. He was the first to treat philosophy as a conversation, very actively concerned with what is virtue and how do we embody it? How do we structure society and our lives around virtue? That meant not going along with what anybody wanted him to if he thought it was wrong, friends or non-friends. After his trial and death sentence, his oldest friend, Crito, came into his prison cell and said, "Socrates, you can escape. We have it all worked out. Just come with me." And he refused to go because he said, "I've been involved in a social contract with Athens, my homeland, my whole life, and now I'm going to continue to follow her laws, even when they are not in my favor. Plus, I'm already old anyway, and it's like, why not just get it over with?" Death, he means. So even when it was his friends, Socrates wasn't going to just go along with them for the sake of getting along. He wasn't going to commit the betrayal of self and betrayal of principle, that is, being non-confrontational or being overly agreeable just because it's easier. And the thing is, a lot of people deep down wish they could do that, but they're too afraid to. And then when they see it practiced, they just hate it. They hate meeting some guy on the street who tells them they're wrong, which was his MO most of the time. Most of the time, Socrates was not engaged in real meaningful, disagreeable assertions of principle. It was just him going around asking questions and showing people time and again that they actually didn't know what they were talking about. People also love the illusion that they're very smart and knowledgeable. People hate being told they're wrong. A lot of people do, not everybody. Especially by a guy who feigns ignorance. That's probably going to be the next module, is what is Socratic irony, and follow for more Socrates. You should be thinking about Socrates every day.